Hi there. I just want to stop by and give some quick tips for families dealing with a child that may have anxiety related to everything that's going on right now with COVID-19 and also our current state of our country due to the recent racial injustices that have occurred. So let's just dive right in. So first I want to point out what anxiety might look like in a child. So one way that you may notice anxiety in your child is questions. You may notice that your child asks a lot of questions every day, about things that's going on. Child may ask about what's going to happen next. They may want to know the reason behind why things are happening the way they are. Another thing you may notice in a child that may be experiencing some anxiety is some nail biting, picking of the skin. If we're thinking of younger children, you may see some regressive behaviors such as bedwetting. A child may no longer want to sleep alone in their bed if they have already been doing so they may regress and prefer to sleep with a parent. Another symptom that you might see is anger, meltdowns, aggression. Kids that are anxious may not know what to do with their feelings, and so you may see a lot more tantrums, a lot more meltdowns as kids try to just express everything they're feeling inside, because this can be really overwhelming, not only for the adults, but definitely for kiddos. Another thing you may notice is some clinginess. Again, if we're talking about younger children, they may not want to leave the parent, leave you. They may not want to leave the house. They may want to be next to you all day in the home, cry if you have to leave, things like that. So these are some few behaviors that you might notice in a child that is starting to experience increased anxiety, especially with everything that's going on today. So now I want to talk about some ways that you can help or support your child if you're noticing some of these things at home. One thing that you can do is definitely make sure you stick to a schedule. This is very, very important. If you already had a schedule set in your home pre-COVID-19, you should definitely try to stick to that schedule as much as possible. This gives the child a sense of security, a sense of knowing what's going to happen next. And a child, if they don't know or if they're not understanding what's going to happen next, that increases the anxiety because they're constantly in a state of, okay, what's going to happen, or they're constantly in a state of suspense because they're not sure of, how life is going to look now with this new normal. Another thing that you can do is explain next steps as much as possible. So let's say you have your typical day, you want to explain to your child what's going to happen in that day, especially according to the schedule that you guys already have set. Again, this gives the child a sense of security and knowing, okay, this is what's going to happen, and they can kind of know what to expect. That decreases the anxiety for them. Another thing going on with the schedule, if there is a change in the schedule, please, if you can, try your best to give a warning ahead of time. So that way the child is able to expect or look forward to that change and adjust to it. And so a warning could just be, something quick. Hey, I know today we were supposed to go to the park, but because of XYZ, we won't be able to go to the park, but we'll do this instead. Just enough warning so that way the child can adjust and understands, there's a change in the schedule. Another very important thing to do if you're noticing anxiety in your child is to talk about it simply. One of parents' gut reactions to the questioning may be to try to avoid it and try to distract the child. But talking about it is very, very helpful because it allows the child to be able to process their feelings with someone they trust. So whether that's mom, dad, or, whomever. So talk about it, let the child express their feelings. And when you guys are doing that, you want to normalize those feelings, saying things like, it's okay to be feeling like that. Yes, it is very scary seeing everything that's going on right now. And then also you can share your feelings as well. So the child is then able to see from mom or dad, this the feelings are normal. You're able to model how to talk about and express feelings for them in an appropriate way. You also want to decrease access to social media or media in general that's filming all of what's going on today. Take a break from that, you as well and the child. Things you can do instead, play some games, do some bonding exercises, cook together, watch a movie. Just take a break from all of that and just be together. Can really help decrease some of those anxiety behaviors in a child. Last tip I want to leave you with is mindfulness activities. And one of my favorite activities I love to teach children is a grounding technique called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so the idea of that is to just reground yourself, refocus your energy, so that way you're not focused on whatever it is that's causing you anxiety. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you want to find 5 things that you can see. So look around where you are in the room that you are and just identify 5 objects in the room or 5 things that you can see. So for the number 4, you want to identify 4 things that you can hear. Okay, so this causes you to kind of get more in tune with your body and just really listen and use your senses to reground your body and just focus. Okay, what are 4 things that you can hear? Then you want to move down to 3. What are 3 things that you feel? 3 things that you're feeling in your body, in your hands, your feet, wherever in your body. Just, the clothes on your skin. Are you cold, hot? Are you touching the carpet or anything like that? Just 3 things that you can feel. Then you want to go down to 2. What are 2 things that you can smell? Okay, again, getting really keen into your senses here. And the last one here, we want to do 1 thing that we can taste. So this is a really fun grounding activity that kids seem to really enjoy when I teach it to them. So this is a tip that you can use with your own family, and even adults can do it as well. So I do hope that you and your family are able to take some of these tips today to help decrease some anxieties that you're seeing at home. All right, and so that's all for today. If you ever feel like you need additional help around this, around a situation in your family personally, feel free to reach out to me. We can connect and we can figure out the best way that I can support you guys. Bye.